been 2 years since I've been coming to this event, Quad Talk.
I'm here representing the team Technocrats, and this is my first year at ISNE Quad Talk 2009.
Representing Team Legion from KCD, Coimbatore.
Mitesh from Team
I'm
Hyperion.
very happy being here. A healthy competition.
Well, Quad Talk can't be described just in words. It's more of a feeling that one can perceive being a part of it.
An intensive design competition that needs passion, dedication, and determination. A challenge that takes almost 1 year to design and build the vehicle fit for the competition. And finally, all the ATVs arrive on the racetrack to prove their mettle.
A design competition for engineering students which challenges them to build an all-terrain vehicle that is capable
And should be able to take proper dynamic loads. If we consider manufacturing of a chassis, we consider various factors such as node-to-node triangulation of the entire chassis so that the entire load is distributed evenly over the entire chassis, and the damage or failure of any product or part is very rarely done.
Quad Talk, the off-road championship by ISNE, and I frankly joined engineering because of my passion for automobiles, and I found this amazing team and this amazing event. So all that the college does is provide you with the theory, but this event and my team has provided me with experiences, real life experiences, so that I can be a problem solver when I go out of college. When I am a graduate and I go to the industry, I'll be able to solve numerous sort of problems that other people are not capable of solving.
Quad Talk has actually given me the adrenaline rush completely, not only for viewing those Quad Talks running on those tracks, but also as an engineer. And I came across a lot of problems that we as a team had solved, and that satisfaction you get after you solve all those problems, that was an amazing experience. So yeah, I really enjoyed the whole thing.
I'm from Team Hyperion. I'm a professor there at SBM Polytechnic. We are the first time participating in such an event. Though it's a polytechnic, we were a little apprehensive like how our team would participate. But right from beginning, our team manager and our the team member, principal and all the management people, they were very supportive, and they gave us a very boost right from the beginning, and that motivated all our children, and they worked very hard. So the first thing they learned in this 4 months event was very good team building. They worked very hard together. They found out had a lot of technical understanding, and this is the platform where the students can come together, know different teams. They learn different way in which they can improve their system. So that is the best thing. And all in all, the whole organization of this event was very good. The food was good, and all the guides, the judges, they were very helpful. And it seems they would come running if at all any students faced any difficulty. So we didn't feel anything that we are out of place. So that is the best thing that we learned. And moreover, all the students interacted with various other teams. So that was a very good learning experience for all my students. And definitely, this is the platform by which they will have better understanding. They will definitely, we will see that next year onwards, there will be better performance, will be improvement in various aspects, and will come forward with new zeal and enthusiasm.
Since 3 years,
Hi everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So I guess we should start the discussion. There are very less participants, it seems, but we won't be waiting for them. Good evening, everyone. I'll just start with the questions that we have received already, and I hope I am audible to you, and my screen is also visible. Please respond to me by speaking, as I only have the access to the presentation screen now. I might not be able to see the chat boxes at present. So please respond to me with a slight uh, that I'm visible and I'm audible as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the very first question that we got is, will the business plan and cost report be online this time too? And the answer to this question is yes, they will be online. The business plan and cost report have been divided into two stages. Now the first evaluation, it will be online, and then top three scorers will be shortlisted from the online evaluation, and then they will be re-evaluated for a specific score. So let's say if 100 points are to be given for this particular presentation, so probably 80 points will be given in the online presentation, and the top scorers will then be re-evaluated for 20 points, which will be added to their scores uh, in the final round. So basically, it's like 100 points. First online evaluation is done for 100 points, and the top three scorers are shortlisted, and then 20 points will be kept for the final round for these three top scorers. So they will be scaled down from 80, and 20 points will be added. Out of 20, the points will be added in the final round. So this marking system and the evaluation for business plan and cost report. Reason being, mostly teams are busy in the technical evaluations, technical inspection, and maybe in the dynamic event. So not all the teams uh, basically report on time. So the event is unnecessarily delayed. So we will be finishing up the preliminary round on online, and then there will be a final evaluation in the final round. Then there was the next question. Can you explain the new addition made this year, the utility tools for small scale agriculture? So basically, it is a new addition. We want the teams to come up with innovative designs that can solve problems on a small scale agricultural purpose. So basically, it could be something that the farmers or anybody, like you might have seen, a small tractor or a mini tractor has arrived in the market few years back, and it is doing quite a good job. But then it is to might not be affordable for many. So if we can work out on the utility section, and if we can reduce the cost of the squad, so maybe it can solve a lot of problems for the small scale agricultural sector. So it could be a loader, it could be a tiller, it could be a trolley, and it could be a sprayer, or anything that you can think of. So basically, there is no point given in this particular season of Quarto for these utility tools. But yes, there is an award category for this. And if you can come up with some innovative ideas to share, then it will be very good. So basically, this is the introduction session for this particular utility section. So there are no points and there is no compulsion as well. If you feel that you are okay to do, then you can practice this. Otherwise, no. Then the next question is, we have learned that FOMB will be happening with QT this time. Will there be any discounts for the participants? When will the rules be rolling out? Yes, we are planning to keep discount for quad or participant, 25% discount for FOMB registration. And just to tell you that FOMB is nothing but similar to Baha competition. The rules will be available on 5 December on FOMB website. And then the next question is, how does the evaluation of a second year vehicle differ from that of the first year vehicle? So this is a very important question which team frequently ask, like if there is a rule, second year vehicle. So that rule basically focuses on few things like things like how do we basically evaluate the teams based upon their participation years. Like suppose if a team is coming for the second year, so obviously there must be some upgrades or some better design understandings and explanations for the second year team, and there might be a little less awareness of the rules or maybe of the technical expertise of the team. So these are the things that we evaluate separately for the first year team and for the second year teams. So basically you can think of in the design upgrade section that 30 points are given just based on the design differentiation. Like suppose you made a mistake in the previous season, so how did you rectify that mistake and what are the results? Basically this is a comparison of an old design and the new design. Yes, there are times when team members are not there, the old team members are not there, but at least you should have the data of your seniors, like what did they do and where did they face problems. So that design upgrades or the comparison of two design reports, we actually uh, keep it only for the second year or the teams that have been participating for more than 2 years. So for the first year, this rule is not applicable. We will be evaluating them without any comparison report or any grades. I have a hand raise. Tell me, what is it? Hello. Bhavesh. All right. I think that speaking is okay. Bhavesh, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Please mute yourself. So the evaluation basically is explained in the competition handbook that you usually get at least 2 months before the main event. So in that handbook, you will see the score and the breakdown, basically the bifurcation of the scores, like what are the key parameters that we check. And even the questions that will be asked during the evaluation will be given in that handbook. So you should refer to that handbook and you should plan according to that only. So like design report, in the complete design evaluation section, design report carries 60 points, DFMEA carries 20 points, DVP carries 20 points again, and the Gantt chart 15 points, vehicle testing report carries 25 points, and the design upgrades carries 30 points. So basically this 30 point is not applicable for the first year teams, and these 30 points will be divided into these other categories accordingly, and this last section will not be applicable to the new teams, only to the old teams it will be. Then the next question is, can we have separate controls for front and rear brakes? Yes, you can have separate controls, and there is no compulsion on having only one or number of controls. You can have it designed according to your requirement and the performance requirement for the driver. Then the next question is it mandatory for the innovation to work during the entire event, or the concept will be sufficient? See, any innovation is to be called an innovation when it is working. Otherwise, it is an innovation concept. So yes, it must be working throughout the entire event, and it can be inspected anytime. It should not be like at the time of evaluation, it is shown that okay, the innovation is working, and the rest of the event it was not working. So it can be inspected anytime during the competition, and it should work. It must work actually. Then can we use normal throttle in place of the thumb throttle? No, you are not supposed to use normal throttle or the twist, basically the palm twister throttle. This There is a strong requirement of using thumb throttle in an ATV. Suppose you are driving and there is a mishappening. So, in order to secure ourselves on the vehicle, our human tendency, we make a stronger grip. And when you are using the normal, the bike throttle, then in order to make your grip stronger, or in order to secure yourself on the vehicle, you will tend to hold it more firmly, and that will lead into unnecessary throttling of the vehicle, which makes a lot of accidents. And this is a human nature. We can control it, but we will need a lot of practice for that. So in order to avoid those mishappenings or those ill events in the competition, you must use only the thumb throttle. Because when you operate the throttle only with the thumb, and you will tend to hold the handle firmly to obtain more grip, to keep yourself secured in the vehicle, then you will automatically leave the thumb from the throttle. So this is the use of the thumb throttle, and this way your vehicle will not be accelerating unnecessarily in that dire requirement. Then can we use the same engine for more than a year? Yes, you can use the same engine. We do not have any issues unless this engine is performing well. And if you face issues during the competition, then I'll just tell you that the scope of fixing those issues is very limited. And even if you fix, then the time is not that sufficient. You will definitely be using a lot of activities, and hence the points. So you should use an engine you trust that it will be performing well in the competition. So we have seen teams using the same engine for over more than 3 years, and the teams that are winning the competition have used the Leaf and engine that we stopped providing in 2018. So for more than 4 years also, the engine was used and they won. But it is all about keeping the engine serviced, well serviced, understanding what does it require, and keeping the engine serviced and quad torque. I think it was quad torque concept. So no team, sorry, no, there is no restriction on the old teams to participate in the quad torque concept. The objective is to get freshers ready for the main competition in advance, so that add value to the team. Basically, uh, quad is a complex vehicle and needs members to have some experience of ATV design and the related systems understanding. So it will be an opportunity for the members to get their hands tested on the ATV virtually, on its design and on its the systems working and everything. So if they participate in concept, so they will be ready for the competition in advance. And also this is for the new teams, those who have less experience, and they worry that if they will perform in the competition or not. Then the next question is, will there be any possibility of getting practice area in the final event? If yes, then what all events? So you will be having the practice area for the brake test and acceleration test. And sometimes it happens like the vehicle is not performing well, and you didn't even appear for the technical inspection. So you didn't appear for the brake test also. You just want to test the vehicle. So this is general vehicle checkup. Like you want to just run it for a couple of minutes to check whether it is ready for the inspection or not. So you can approach the technical inspectors available, or the control event control. They will assign you some volunteer or the marshal. In their presence, you can test the vehicle for a couple of minutes by running it, or by doing some sort of practicing. Then the next question is, what exactly is BPS? Do we need to submit the business plan report? What is the page limit and format? So first of all, BPES is business plan executive summary, and the competition says that you are a part of a firm that is designing and building this prototype vehicle and looking for investment. You will be presenting your business plan in front of the judges, considering them as the investors. So basically, in order to secure an appointment with the judges, you need to submit a document, a synopsis type of document, which we call it as business plan executive summary. So it is a single page document only. You need to show the overview of the business plan, the idea, and you need to show like what specifically you will be doing in your business. And there is a template available in your team account. You can check that template. So the contents mentioned in that template is just an overview. If you think anything else is also having some importance in your business plan other than what is mentioned in that template, you can include that also, but it must be a single page document. The template is designed in Microsoft Word. You can have a single page designed creatively in the designing the graphics designing softwares also, like Photoshop, Corel, etc. So proper guidelines for a business plan will be communicated in the competition handbook. So you did not to submit any business plan report for this particular evaluation. Only the presentation is sufficient. Then how is the in-house technical inspection conducted? Is it mandatory to qualify the in-house technical inspection at college level itself? So for last like 5-6 years, we are doing the in-house inspection on video call. And it's like a technical inspector is assigned to you on a particular time slot. You two will be having a video call, and you will be performing the actions that the technical inspector asks you to, like measuring the wheelbase or the track width, ground clearance, showing up a particular thing in your vehicle as per the technical inspection sheet. And the next question is it mandatory to qualify the in-house inspection at college level only? So for the qualification, it is made easy to qualify it at college level to make sure that you come to the event. And in order to do that, you must have at least 80% of the points of the TI sheet marked as OK. So if you have 80% of the points, 80% or more than that, marked as OK, then you will qualify for the final round. So make sure when your TI happens, you have that much of the points marked as OK. And it's not like only once your TI will be done. It can be done 3 times. So suppose if you have an issue in the first TI attempt and you want to improve, so you will be given another time slot, and then you can again appear for the inspection. And even then, if your points are not 80%, then you can obtain a third inspection also. But you have to make sure that 80% or more than that points are marked as OK in the in-house inspection sheet. The same sheet you have to carry to the competition, and the physical inspection will be done on that very sheet. So do we need to attend all the workshops is the next question. No, you need not to attend all the workshops. Only one is sufficient. You can attend it where it suits you the most. Maximum height of quad is the next question. No restrictions on the maximum height of the quad. You just have to you have to be smart and reasonable. Don't just design a vehicle that delivers high performance with utmost safety and rules compliance. Basically, it has been observed. I just tell you my personal experience. If your vehicle has more height, it tends to topple in many event, like in maneuverability and on the seats also. So it topples very frequently, and it will have the stability issues also. So I would suggest that you should have a reasonable height, and that gives you the comfortable ground clearance as per the rules, and also a proper ride height that makes your vehicle more stable, faster, and safe. The next question is the minimum ground clearance taken from the wheel hub? No, this is not taken from the wheel hub. In fact, the entire wheel assembly is not considered in evaluating the ground clearance. The ground clearance will be measured from the lowest point down below the chassis, and it is not the tire wishbones are not considered in that evaluation. Material for panels, no restrictions. You can use anything of your requirement and that you think is lightweight and strong. So no restrictions have been imposed on the material. But you see, the weight restriction is there. So the quad must not be having weight more than 175 kg as mentioned in the rule. So you should think of something that is light and stronger at the same time. Are we allowed to make changes in our team after uploading on EMS? Yes, you can edit the team members' information before the TMI deadline. In the event timeline, there is a TMI deadline given. So before that deadline, you can change or you can even remove members entirely from your team. You can re-upload the details. You can delete, edit. Then once this deadline is passed, then the changes will be having some penalty as per the rule book. And if you want to change the team name, team captain, team manager, driver, or faculty advisor, you won't be able to do so in your team account. You will be required to write an email to Quad Talk, and that also to be done before the TMI deadline. So there is a new rule added to the rule book, the lanyard kill switch. I don't know if you have seen the rule book. It was published, I think, on 16th November. So this is one query. What is a lanyard kill switch and how does it operate? Actually, lanyard kill switch is nothing but a kill switch that is having a lanyard attached to the switch. So what happens is this kill switch is installed on your handlebar and the lanyard is attached to the armor of the driver or the wrist. So in case when the driver is trying to come out of the vehicle in a panic situation, so the lanyard will pull this switch and the ignition will be cut off. So basically this is a more you can say the response time of this kill switch is less as compared to the kill switches that we need to push a button. So basically, if there is any dangerous situation and the driver has fallen out of the vehicle, then the vehicle's ignition system will be automatically cut off because the lanyard will be pulling this switch out of the mechanism, and this pulling action of the driver, which is not requiring any additional effort or any response time or any reaction time. So this is how a lanyard kill switch is operated, and this has been incorporated this year only. What is the length of endurance track? First of all, the length of track doesn't matter when it is an endurance. Length of track only matters when it is a time-bound endurance basically in quad Torc. So when it is a lap-based endurance, then the lap length might play a role. So the endurance will be of 4 hours, and there will be 2 rounds of 2 hours each. So this length is not yet fixed. It depends on the site and the availability of the area. Then we can fix the length. In the previous event, it has been like 4 to 5 kilometers also. In Quad Torc 17 and 18 and 19 as well. I think 3.5 kilometers or so. Will there be electric vehicle category in the next QT? Yes, it is being considered, and 95% there will be an electric vehicle category in QT also. And is the Quad Torc concept only for EV this time? Yes, it is only for EV. And the next question is, will the quad be disqualified on the basis of weight, as it's given in the maximum weight is 175 kg. This is our first time and we are expecting it around 200 kg. So on the basis of the weight, we will not be disqualifying quads this time. We'll be penalizing for the overweight quads. The penalty is not yet decided, but it will be imposed on the design score. Once we decide how much penalty it would be imposed on the design score only. So it would be like 10% of the maximum points awarded in the design, or 15%, or whatever the value is. You will be you'll be knowing it in the event only, when we have an idea like how much overweight is there in the vehicles. And apart from drop test and technical inspection, is there any other test too that can result into disqualification? Yes, it is brake test. Failing the brake test will lead you to disqualification from the event. And this is how we come to any end of the questions that were submitted to us. You can now post your questions in the chat boxes, and if you have anything, I can answer it now. So if you have any questions in mind, just let me know. Can we make detachable drop points? You can make detachable drop points, but anyway, you will have to install them somewhere at the time of drop or drop test. So we want to make sure that you don't need to open a lot of things in order to attach those points. The vehicle will be ready to run at time of drop test. You are not supposed to remove or open or do any alterations at the time of drop test. So all the accessories that are supposed to be there when the vehicle is being driven should be there at the drop test. So if you are having the detachable drop points, make sure that they can be installed without removing or putting additional efforts. What is the maximum number of cylinders of the engine? Generally, 250cc engines are available in one cylinder only. So as it is a pump engine, so that might be a very bulky thing. So all the bike engines are available in single cylinder in 250cc category. So you should have one. Any other questions? Anything that you feel is important for you to ask in order to clarify the rule book? Then in the business presentation, what is the slide limitation? The number of slides are not limited, Ketan. It would be the time restriction. Approximately 30 minutes will be given for you to present the business plan, in which 5 minutes are for the setup, 15 minutes for the presentation, and I think 10 minutes for the discussion or interview, question and answers. Exactly, the guidelines change every year. So you will be getting it on the website or in the competition handbook that will be given to you at least 2 months before your evaluation. RTP will be compulsory for new riders or not? Yes, it will be. Bumper as in, can you type in some more points for the bumper? Two-stroke engines allowed. There is no restriction on the number of strokes also, Akash. You can use two-stroke engine. Anand, you were asking something about, okay. Is there a specific rule for material of the front bumper? I read it now. No, not specific rule for the front bumper material. You can use anything. It should only be seamless. Can we use engine power? I mean, engine power as in where? Ketan, can you please provide me more insights to this question? Where do you want to use engine power? by using reduction. I mean, for what purpose? So basically, you are saying that you want to alter the final reduction. Obviously, there will be no go to other than to alter the final reduction. So to obtain more torque, you have to do that. Only the engine internals are not allowed to be touched. You can do anything with the final reduction. Any other questions? Then Ketan again typed something. Can. Are you asking for the catch can? Ketan, please be specific to your question. Okay, all right. I said nothing. So I guess we have the queries cleared now. If you have any more queries, you can let me know now, or you can drop it on to quadtorque@isnee.in. The queries will be forwarded to the concerned persons, and they will be resolved ASAP. So this was all for this particular session. If you have any queries, I am waiting, or else we will go towards closing this session. So assuming that I have clarified the doubts you have so far, thank you very much, and stay in contact. Write to Quad Talk if you have any queries at any moment of time during the competition. Thank you, and all the best.